Let's bring in the Chief Communications Officer for United Airlines right now, Josh Earnest. Josh, thanks for joining us this morning. And let's begin with these changes that are taking place today. Face masks for passengers. You've eliminated that middle seat on most planes. What other changes should passengers expect today?
Yeah, George, the first thing that people should know is we do have a new requirement that all of our customers are going to wear masks on board the aircraft. We encourage people, if you're flying today, we encourage you to bring your mask to the airport with you, but if you don't have one, we can provide you one at the gate. But George, what we have done is we've actually overhauled our cleaning procedures to ensure the safety of all of our customers and crew on board. We purchased about 750 electrostatic sprayers that will be used to clean the aircraft. This is the same equipment that they use in hospitals to disinfect them. We're changing our boarding procedures to board back to front so that when you're boarding the aircraft, you don't have to walk past a whole bunch of people to get to your seat. So we're really making some dramatic changes that will ensure both the safety of our health, of the health of our crew and our customers.
Yeah, but this comes on the heels of that vote of no confidence over the weekend from Warren Buffett, selling all of his stakes in airlines. He says big changes are coming. He can't see the future. What's your response to Warren Buffett?
Yeah, George, I think it's actually pretty simple. There's no downplaying the severity of the crisis that we're going through right now. This is the worst financial crisis in the history of commercial aviation. So there's no downplaying its severity. But here's the one thing, George, I think that we've all learned after months of sheltering in place, that this technology that allows you to host this show from your living room is no substitute for an in-person interaction. So as much as, the kind of interactions that we have in person are just irreplaceable. And I know you'd love to be hosting this show in the studio, sitting next to Robin, seeing the men and women who work the cameras and are working in the control room in person. And I'd love to be sitting next to you in that studio. So this technology is powerful. But if I were coming to that studio, I'd actually be flying a United flight to Newark Airport so that I could be there. So for all the uncertainty we're experiencing right now, George, one thing is certain, which is that people are going to start buying airline tickets again because they want to travel, to have those kinds of interpersonal connections and relationships that are just essential to what it means to be a human being. So the service that we provide is unique, and we're confident that demand is going to recover.
But as that starts to happen, because you've had to make all these kinds of changes, all these new safety measures, eliminating the middle seat, are fares going to have to go up for customers?
No, I don't think so, George. In fact, if people are thinking about flying right now, they should just go to United.com because there are some good deals available. And we know that people are looking for some additional flexibility in these times. So if people book before the end of the month, they actually can change without paying a fee. So we're trying to do everything we can to make it possible for people who are interested in traveling to actually do so.
Josh Earnest, thanks for your time this morning.